Hey there, and welcome once again to Costa Rica Story. And today's topic is an important one to everybody. It's the reason why we work every day. We work for this. It's the cause of most divorces, and many wars have been fought over it. And I'm sure you've already guessed. It's money, dinero. And to be specific, in this case, the colon. Costa Rican Colon. So we're going to take a look at the Costa Rican Colon on this episode of Costa Rica Story. So one thing I like about the Costa Rican Colon is they're just so it's beautiful money. And they've all got animals of the country on the bills. All right, let's start with the most important bill. That there might be a bigger one, I don't know, but it's the 20 mil bill. That's 20,000 colones. Mil doesn't mean million. 20 mil means 20,000. So this is 20,000 colones, and it has the hummingbird on it. And 20,000 colones is worth roughly $32.46 US currency and 26.93 euros. So this is kind of a bill you want to keep track of. Remember, think of the hummingbird as you want to take care of your hummingbird. And the next bill is the 10 mil bill. 10,000 colones. And this 10,000 colones features the sloth. And the 10 mil bill, or billete, as we say here in Costa Rica, that's worth roughly $16.23 US money and 13.46 euros. And it has a sloth on it. So this is also, it's one of the bigger bills, so you need to keep track of this. When you go to an ATM here in Costa Rica, this is generally what you'll get is the 10 mil and the 20 mil, 10,000, 20,000. So keep these kind of separate, And next up is the 5 mil bill, or the 5,000 colonie bill. 5,000 colones is worth roughly $8.12 USD and 6.73 euros. And the thing about the 5 mil bill that I love to have these in my wallet. They're cool, and they're worth a little bit of money. It's 8 something, you could buy quite a bit with it, but it's got a monkey on it. And it's a cool looking white-faced monkey here, and it's pretty cool to have. My favorite bill, in case you couldn't tell. So next up is the 2 mil bill. And the 2 mil bill, the 2,000 colonie bill, is worth roughly $3.25 US and 2.69 euros, and it features the shark. This is a handy little bill. It's nice to have a lot of these in your wallet. And our last bill that we're going to talk about today is the 1 mil, or 1,000 colonie bill. And 1,000 colones is worth roughly $1.62 US and 1.35 euros. And this one features, oddly enough, a white-tailed deer. So we've got all these different animals featured on here. We've got the hummingbird, sloth, the monkey, the shark, and the white-tailed deer. And then we go on to the coins, or moneda. I'm not saying it right. My pronunciation is horrible. Next up is is a pretty popular coin. Nice coin to have in your pocket. It's the 500 coloni coin. And 500 colonis is worth roughly like 80 something cents, I think. So that's, it's nice to buy a little ice cream cone somewhere maybe. Actually, ice cream cones are like 700 colonis, I think. Like, the little Nutty Buddy things that you unwrap and you get them at the grocery store. So there is also the 100 coloni coin. And 100 coloni coin is worth like 16 cents. So a 100 coloni coin is kind of like, it's almost like a quarter, but it hasn't quite made it yet, kind of deal. But you get enough of them, you can get something. So don't throw them on the ground. Got the 50 coloni coin. Got the 25 coloni coin. And we've got the little silver colored 10 coloni coin, which isn't going to buy you very much, but yeah, kind of cool to have in the wallet, right? And one thing I wanted to point out about the bills are, they're not super thin, but they're kind of along the lines, they're probably thinner than like US money. One thing that can happen, and it happened to me, is you get money, especially if you get it out of an ATM and it's brand new money, it has a tendency to stick together. So it's like, this just happened in my wallet, and it kind of like was sticky, but I had two 20 mil bills fresh from the ATM in my wallet, and that was it. Indomitos Cafe. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. I never say it right. But so I was paying my check in Indomitos, and I paid with the 20,000 colonis, and she gave me the bill back, and she said, no, they're stuck together, and she showed me, and she peeled it apart, and there was two of these 20 mil bills stuck together, and you couldn't really tell because they're so thin. And thankfully, it was somebody that was very honest that did that I spent that with. So yeah, most people are honest, but there are people out there that are going to cheat you. So you need to be careful. Like, one thing I would recommend when out at a market or in a store or anything, don't do this where you have all your bills like in your wallet, and by the way, wallet is billetera. That's the name of that's the Spanish word for wallet. So don't have like all your money in your wallet and you go up, if you're buying fruit on a street corner. I actually had this happen. My mango guy, I just love saying that I've got a mango guy, but I've got a guy that's got the best mangoes, and he's on the street corner, and he loves to be helpful and everything. So I'm trying to figure out how much. I'm buying a couple of these really huge mangoes from him, and I'm trying to figure out in my head how much I needed to pay. And it was probably going to be, these are expensive mangoes. It was probably going to be like 2,000 colonies or something for it. But I'm looking for the bill in here in my wallet, because I knew I had a 2,000 colony bill in here. And my mango salesman, my mango guy, he comes over. He's got his head like literally this far in my wallet, trying to help me. He goes, "Oh yeah, you need this one. You need the blue one," and and it's a little unnerving to have somebody like peeking into your wallet. So what I would suggest is, keep all your important bills where you need to keep them, whether that be your wallet or just a safe place on your person, and take some of the smaller denominations out, and just like your 2,000 and your 1,000, and along with the coins and things, and kind of have them in your pocket, so you can just whip them out, and you got a shark and a deer, and that's gonna get you what you need to get. If you're just buying something small, you don't want to be whipping out the big bills and trying to sort through them. So like before you get somewhere, kind of get in your mind, figure out the value of the cologne, and before you get somewhere, kind of like have the bills that you're going to use ready instead of like flashing the cash. And again, here in Uvita, most people are honest. You're not going to have a problem, but there's always, it's just not a good habit to be in. And I'm like the worst offender. You should see me at El Marcado. I'm like, and also it's like, if you're going to El Marcado, try to have some smaller bills, because I'm also the worst offender with this. I'm, asking a vendor to break a 20,000 cologne bill, and with a small purchase, and they can do it and they'll happily do it, but it's, they don't like to have to, you lose all their change like that. So get the small bills, get familiar with your change. Like the 500 cologne is kind of handy to have. Also, if you get like a little sack, like a little tiny cloth bag, you can put all the stuff in it, all your little coins, and that comes in handy. And also, people always, one of the biggest questions I see all the time being asked on social media is like, well, should I exchange money in the US or at the airport or at a bank? And honestly, the best thing to do is I've learned this from many people. You get a Schwab card, and that's, it's a debit card for a checking account, and that has no ATM fees. So you go to the ATM and take colognes out with that, and then you've got your colognes to spend. And and what I generally like to do, I like to break the larger bills in a grocery store or someplace where I feel comfortable, as opposed to on the street somewhere, or like a smaller business. So that's generally what I do. I go to the ATM and I get colognes out, and I keep them separated. I break the big bills as soon as I can, so I don't make that mistake of spending them by mistake. People, they do accept dollars everywhere, which is fine, but I mean, why not? When you're in Costa Rica, why not do as the Costa Ricans do? Plus, the money is just so beautiful, the money. And you've got a monkey on the money. When you've got a monkey on the money, you've got to get it. That's all I got for this episode of Costa Rica Story. Thanks for tuning in. We've got a lot of things going on here. I've got so much video I need to edit, and I've got some collaborations with some other people I've got working. And I've met so many people here, so many cool ticos, so many cool expats from so many different countries. I'm living in the fast lane here. Exactly, not really, but I don't have a vehicle yet. That's going to be coming up soon. I'm going to be getting a vehicle, and I'm going to be expanding my horizons. I had a friend take me up to Dominical to go to Juegos. Lisa took me up there, and it was I hadn't been out of Uvita in almost a month, and I came here in the dark. So I'm driving along the coast. I'm like, man, I've got to take some video of this. I got to get the drone out across the coast. So there's going to be more of that kind of stuff coming up. So make sure you stay tuned and subscribe. Costa Rica Story is getting more Costa Rican by the day. That's all I got. Later.